Hello students, today we'll see Schrodinger equations. Schrodinger started with de Broglie's idea of matter wave and he developed a mathematical theory in quantum mechanics. This mathematical theory is very useful which is based on de Broglie's wave and the wave function psi. So today we'll see these both Schrodinger equations, Schrodinger time independent wave equation and Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation one by one. So first we'll see Schrodinger's time independent wave equation. Consider a particle of mass m moving with velocity v. The wavelength of the de Broglie matter wave associated with it is given by the equation lambda is equal to h upon p, which can write as h upon mv. This h is the Planck constant and p is the momentum. This p we have written in the form of mass into velocity. Let the equation number 1. The general differential equation for matter wave with wave function psi and velocity v can be written as dou square psi upon dou t square, which is equal to v square in the bracket dou square psi upon dou x square plus dou square psi upon dou y square plus dou square psi upon dou z square. Let's the equation number 2. This equation number 2 we can simplify it as dou square psi upon dou t square, which is equal to v square del square psi, where this del square is dou square upon dou x square plus dou square upon dou y square plus dou square upon dou z square, which is Laplacian operator. So we have written this equation number 3 as dou square psi upon dou t square, which is equal to v square del square psi, equation number 3. Now this equation number 3 is second order differential equation having solution psi of x, y, z and t, which is equal to psi naught of x, y, z into e raised to minus r omega t. So this psi is a function of these four parameters x, y, z and t, whereas psi naught is function of variable x, y and z. These in simplified form where we can write psi is equal to psi naught e raised to minus r omega t. So in this equation we have not written the variables. So this equation psi is equal to psi naught e raised to minus omega t. We let this equation number as 4. Now this equation number 4 we have to differentiate with respect to t, because psi naught is a constant, so only variable is t. So when we first differentiate it, then we are getting dou psi upon dou t is equal to psi naught e raised to minus omega t, and this exponential part which get differentiated, so it gives minus I omega. Again differentiate it, so we'll get dou square psi upon dou t square, which is equal to psi naught e raised to minus omega t, this term as it is, and again differentiation of exponential part, it gives minus I omega square. Now when we are taking its square, that time this positive this negative sign get cancelled. Then here remains I square, here will be remain I square into omega square, but we know the value of I square in the form of complex, the I-square value is -1. So this complete term becomes minus omega square. So this gives dou square psi upon dou t square is equal to minus omega square psi naught e raised to minus I omega t. By putting psi is equal to psi naught e raised to minus I omega t, which is actually equation number 4. So instead of these complete term, we can write only a psi. So it gives dou square psi upon dou t square, which is equal to minus omega square psi. Let as equation number 5. By equating the equation number 3 and equation number 5, both are equation having one side is same. So we are comparing the other side. So that time we are getting v square del square psi is equal to minus omega square psi. Now just we have to simplify this. So these v square we are taking to other side. So it gives del square psi is equal to minus omega square v square psi. Now we'll take these minus term to other side, so it becomes positive number. So it equation becomes del square psi plus omega square upon v square psi, which is equal to 0. As we know, v is equal to nu lambda and omega is equal to 2 pi nu. V is the velocity, is equal to frequency into wavelength, and omega is angular frequency, which is 2 pi into nu. Nu is the linear frequency. Okay. So when we have to put this value here, then we'll get del square psi plus 2 pi nu square upon nu lambda square psi, which is equal to 0. Now we can cancel the common terms from that equation. So that time it gives del square psi plus 4 pi square nu square upon nu square lambda square into psi, which is equal to 0. These nu we can cancel, these nu and these nu square, both nu square we can cancel. So remaining equation is del square psi plus 4 pi square upon lambda square into psi, which is equal to 0. Now we know according to de Broglie's law, de Broglie's hypothesis, lambda is equal to h upon p. These lambda we are going to substitute in previous equation. So instead of lambda we are putting h upon p. It gives del square psi plus 4 pi square upon h upon p square into psi, which is equal to 0. Now we are taking square of this bracket. So it gives h square upon p square. This p square is at the denominator of denominator. So it will comes to at the numerator position. So that equation becomes del square psi plus 4 pi square p square upon h square into psi is equal to 0. Let this equation number 6. Now we know the total energy of particle is sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Thus we can write the total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, and this Kinetic energy formula we already know, which is half mv square, and potential energy we are writing with the letter capital V. Now here this half mv square we can write in terms of momentum. So multiply this term by m and divide by m. So m square into v square, it becomes p square, and at denominator there will be m. So this equation becomes E is equal to half, or we can say p square upon 2m plus v. Now we have to write it in terms of p square, because we have to put these p square here. So take these plus v that side, so it becomes e minus v, and then this 2m is at denominator. If we take this side, that time it will comes to multiplication. So p square will be equal to 2m in bracket e minus v. Let's the equation number 7. Putting the value of total energy E from equation 7 into equation C, that time equation 6 become del square psi plus 4 pi square into 2m E minus inside the bracket E minus V upon h square into psi, which is equal to 0. Now when you multiply this 4 and 2, just simplify it, then we can write it as del square psi plus 8 pi square m inside the bracket E minus V upon h square into psi, which is equal to 0. This equation number 8 is Schrodinger's time independent wave equation. Now we know new constant h cross, which is h upon 2 pi, is known as reduced Planck constant. So if you put this value of h cross is h upon 2 pi, then its h cross square will be h square upon 4 pi square. If we adjust here 4 pi square upon h square, in that position we can write as h cross square. So equation number 8 we can write as del square psi plus 2m upon h cross square in the bracket E minus V into psi, which is equal to 0. This is also another form of Schrodinger's time independent wave equation. Thank you.